I think Spirit tries to make their flights more fun because they did shit like that on the flight. It's like, first of all, they didn't turn off the lights, dude.
They've got a t-shirt cannon. They're just like, it's literally just a yellow t-shirt that says Spirit. It's like the Sprint logo, but like that. God. They're just like, they're like going through like fucking like the lights are changing colors. Fucking like just any arena anthem is going on, and they're just like shooting t-shirt cannons at people.
All right, everyone. Put your hands up if you want a t-shirt. Press your flight attendant call button.
36E, get up there.
Hey everyone. Welcome to episode number 79 of the Lunchtime Serenade podcast. I'm really excited. Are you ready for the reveal?
I already like opened it a little bit and I was like, wait, I should wait.
It's a place called Bruxie. And I think it's new. I haven't heard anything of it before, but it's like chicken and waffles, but like, I don't know. Like, yeah, chicken and waffles isn't novelty, but this place just looks incredible.
Yeah. Like there's something special about this, but all right.
3,
let's go.
2, 1. Bro, that looks so good.
Brother.
Ooh. Holy shit.
Just take a look at this real quick.
It's a big Porsche too. Damn.
That's so much, dude.
I was going to make my own sandwich with, different sauces and tater tots and fries, but they forgot my freaking waffle.
I can give you the top half of mine.
No, that's all right.
Ooh.
Wow.
Ooh.
All right. Now, right off rip, unfortunately, I think breakfast does not travel well. It's just hard to keep eggs and fries hot for a long time. So, but the waffle fries are not really a part of this whole thing. Oh my God, this is chili honey?
Bro. Oh my God.
Holy shit, how do you eat that?
I don't know. We're going to find out.
Okay, take a bite. These tots look really good.
Okay.
Tots.
All right. I've taken the first bite of the holy chicken, I believe is what it's called.
Holy chicken, yeah.
It is. Oh my God. A waffle sandwich, fried chicken, egg, cheddar cheese, applewood smoked bacon.
Wow.
And like a chipotle mayo, which I was not able to dip because it just kind of fell apart.
So big.
There's just so much.
I think you got a drizzle.
Oh yeah.
Wow. Yeah. This is so good. Just the chicken on its own, it's so crispy on the outside, tender on the inside. These sauces are incredible. Chili infused honey.
Well, listen to that crunch. Oh boy, we're gonna need
a lot of napkins.
A lot more fucking napkins.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Again, really, I think the only thing that would take this up an extra like 0.3 to 0.5 to me would be the freshness, the heat.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna grab the roll of paper towels.
That's a great idea. While you do that, dude, I mean, the waffle is like, here's my issue with like waffles, especially used as like bread in a sandwich.
Yeah.
Every time it just gets soggy. Like it just drinks in like the grease and like the moisture from all of the stuff inside of it. So it's just kind of how it is. This still maintained, even though it is like a little squishy, it still maintained a decent amount of crisp.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of impressed with that.
That's awesome. Yeah, I was a little concerned, especially with the egg, how runny it was.
Yeah, me too.
And it's like 92 degrees outside, and it's just like a lot of factors that could have played into the downfall of this meal.
Yeah. But overall, man, very, very pleased. This mayo, not really anything special. I mean,
I think that's sriracha mayo, yeah?
Yeah,
I
so
got
it's
Chipotle
just
mayo. Let me take a dip of yours.
Oh, yeah.
Take a dip of mine. Once you get a clean bite.
Once I get
I like the Chipotle mayo a lot.
But yeah.
Oh, the sriracha mayo is actually really good too.
That chicken is very crispy. Tastes really good. It's very sweet, but has like a lot of like herbaceous flavor in there.
Yeah.
So it feels a little earthy. Bacon is still really crispy. Cheddar was just a great, like, kind of easy choice.
Yeah.
I think it could have been a little more inspired in the cheese choice, but it's. I was about to say it's clean. It's clean in like the taste of it. Like what you're getting.
Right.
You taste everything in your bite.
Its own little
you get a little bit in every bite. It's good.
I think this is like one of the better chicken and waffle places I've had.
Yeah, dude, same.
Quite honestly.
Ooh, that was a big old dollop. But thank you for allowing me to try your Chipotle mayo.
Of course. I think I like the sriracha one better, but the Chipotle is very Chipotle flavored.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
This is quite good. Would recommend. I give it... It's hard to... I don't know. They didn't give me what I asked for, so...
Right? Dude, my hands
maybe a little bit of points off, but...
My hands are so gross.
I'd say 8-7.
That is a respectable...
Yeah.
A very high respectable number.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say... Listen, I know what I got into it. I cannot fault it for how, like, it's fallen apart and everything like that.
Sure.
That is the nature of this thing. I knew what I was getting into, so you cannot fault the meal on that by itself. Overall, True. Yeah, I say it's sitting at like an 8.25.
Damn.
Like it just tastes really good. I think like the mayo gives it like a nice little like heat to an overall
I agree.
Kind of sweet sandwich. Like you really get a lot of sweetness out of the waffle itself.
Is there like syrup on the waffle?
It kind of tastes like it.
Okay.
Like
it's
just kind of
like it with it or something.
I know it's there's something maple with the like the chicken breading, I believe. Is where I'm getting a little bit of that sweetness from, but dude, really, really happy with it.
Yeah.
Really pleased.
Very solid.
A very good meal. And not super expensive. Like I think this sandwich at like by itself is like $18, but it's a full fried chicken breast, bacon, egg, a whole waffle. Like it's not that I hate to say it's not that expensive.
We've been LA-ified. We've compared to everywhere else. This is an expensive sandwich. In LA, this is a decently priced sandwich.
We've paid more for less, is what I'm trying to say.
Comparatively, this is a good price for what we're getting. If you don't live in LA, forget everything we just said.
Yeah, exactly. You're probably like, damn, you paid $18 for that?
Yeah,
that's weird, man.
Dude, I went home last week, which is why we didn't have the episode, and I went out to lunch with like my cousin and my aunt, and I was like, I got it, no worries, whatever. Dude. Just because they're like doing something, whatever. So I'm like, I just like paid. And like the total for lunch for 3 people came out to $19. And my aunt was like, oh my God, let me pay you back, whatever. She's like, isn't this like a really expensive place? I was like, I just paid for 3 people for lunch for less than I would pay for 1 person for lunch. So this is on me. Trust me. Yeah, you really truly forget how fucking expensive everything is.
Yeah, dude, it's fucking crazy. That's what always happens to me every time I go home.
Yeah.
Drinks like a quarter of the price.
Yep.
Any food that you buy, especially from like food trucks, half the price. It's absurd. Dude, take your Chipotle back.
Come on. Yeah, thank you. I forgot about it.
I can't keep that from you.
Thank you so much.
Dude. But yeah.
Yeah, anyways. Very good.
How was being home, Nicholas?
You know, it was a good change of pace.
Yeah.
I think it was much needed. Sometimes you just need to get out of LA for a few days. So it was nice. It was nice to see the fam. Celebrated everyone's birthdays because my birthday was 4 days ago. My dad's was like a week before that, and my sister's was 2 days before his, and my cousin's was like a day after that. So like we all have birthdays like in the last 2 weeks of July / first week of August.
Everybody say happy birthday to Nick in the comments.
Thank you guys.
You better.
Thanks everyone. Preemptively. So we had like a big party like at my parents' house, and you know, cornhole, the whole 9 yards.
Oh yeah.
The whole classic Midwest.
Dude, you're in Indiana. Mm-hmm. Come on.
I missed the humidity. Never thought I'd say that.
Oh, did you really?
Just like for a little bit, you know? Like the nighttime humidity. I really miss that.
Ew.
It just feels very... I don't know what it is. Maybe it's because I didn't really technically grow up with it. You know, I just got it for a few years in high school. So like, and in college, but like I miss... It's got like a nostalgic, like, you know, quality for me.
Yeah, it gives you like a vibe.
Yeah, it gives me a vibe.
Did you ever experience humidity in New Mexico, like at all? Ever?
No, it's like here. It's dry as fuck.
It's just a desert.
It's cold in the morning, cold at night, and just hot as fuck in the day.
I think people choose to live in those locations, dude. That's crazy.
I know.
Holy shit.
Yeah, no humidity. So it was kind of a big shock when I moved to Indiana. I was like, why do I feel wet all the time?
Why am I walking through one of those like fucking like lawn sprinklers? every day.
Those amusement park things that like missed you in line.
Yep.
Why do I feel like that?
You get to school and you have to change your shirt.
Yes, dude. It's the fucking worst. Or you like wear a sweatshirt. Oh no, I'm thinking I'm getting my wires crossed. For like here in New Mexico, I'd have to wear like a fucking winter jacket in the morning. And then by the time I got to school, I was drenched in sweat because it was 80 degrees.
Oh my God.
But it was 40 in the morning.
What a fucking place New Mexico is. Oh
really, it really is.
That's like one of the worst experiences of my life, which the fact that this is one of the worst experiences of my life, kind of dope. Like, well, I'll acknowledge that.
I'll take it.
Was driving through Arizona on the way to like move Megan out here. So we like stopped at a gas station outside of Phoenix. It was like 112 degrees. Mm-hmm. We turned the car off, and the moment like the engine died and the air conditioning killed off, I like looked at Megan and I was like, "Oh, we gotta move fast." I was like, "We can't sit here any longer."
Dude, the area between like Phoenix to Las Vegas and then Las Vegas to LA, it's literally, I think that's hell.
Oh yeah.
I think like when people talk about hell and write about hell, and even in the Bible, that's hell. Phoenix, Arizona.
Yep. Jesus was just like don't covet thy neighbor's property or else you'll be sent to Phoenix, Arizona.
You'll go to Tempe on the outskirts. Fucking horrible.
You're gonna live in the fucking red hills outside of Sedona.
Yep.
That's just where
the hills have eyes. That's where they film that shit.
Yeah.
Being home was great. Getting home, however, oh ho ho ho, oh ho ho. Do I have a story for y'all?
If there's one thing consistent with Nick's life, it's fucking travel experiences.
If something's gonna go wrong when I go somewhere, it will go wrong.
And it's always at just like an airport. Mm-hmm. Like a place where just like not a lot of things go wrong. You just stand there for a long time.
It's literally like that's the job of the airport is to just you have one job, get the planes in, get the planes out. Somehow, anytime I'm there, that job doesn't happen.
They have like a special person at every airport that just like lets them know when you have arrived.
The Eagle has landed.
They're like, Nicholas Ortega has entered the facility.
You
please
just scanned his boarding pass. So my flight, I was flying out on a Tuesday at like 2 p.m. At 10 a.m., I get a text. Your flight is 2 hours late. Like your flight is going to be 2 hours delayed. And the way that it works right now is that flights are very expensive. So you kind of settle for whatever you can get flight-wise, airline-wise, layover-wise. LA to Chicago is where I was flying. Sorry, excuse me. 2 ginormous hubs, right? There should be 1 million flights there every day. They should be extremely cheap. Not the case with this one, all right? I had to fly through Vegas. Normally, you could just fly LA to Chicago direct. I had to go LA to Vegas, hour layover in Vegas, Vegas to Chicago. But because now of the 2-hour delay, I was going to miss my flight from Vegas to Chicago. So luckily, like I haven't gone to the airport yet. It's still like 4 hours early, plenty of time. So I call the airline and I'm like, hey, here's the deal. Can you just put me on a different flight to Chicago? Or can you just like tell me the next flight out of Vegas and like book me on that right now so I don't have to worry about doing it when I get to the airport? Mm-hmm. And they're like, yeah, okay. It looks like there's a flight from LA to Chicago in the next 15 minutes. Can you get on that? I'm like, I'm at my house. No. They're like, okay, well then unfortunately you're going to have to take the flight to Las Vegas and then just talk to a gate agent there.
Oh my God, dude.
And I'm like, all right. Seems really stupid. But they're like, but you should go to the airport at the normal time because we might change the flight back.
Yeah. Oh, thanks.
Let's keep it on your side. You've got a messier meal.
Thanks, bud.
I'm like, that seems highly improbable. But, of course, if I didn't do that, I feel like the highly improbable would have happened and I would have missed my flight. So I'm like, fuck it. I'll go to the airport when I was going to go normally, even though now I have to wait an extra 2 hours. I like to roll up to the airport like 15 minutes before they board, you know? I don't like to wait in the airport. I got the pre-check. It's so easy to just fly through the security and then just roll up to the gate.
And that's the thing. Everybody always complains that it just takes you a long time to get through security. Right. One, it really doesn't. LAX, I don't know if it's specifically an LAX thing. It takes me maybe 15 minutes to get through security.
Even without pre-check.
Yeah.
Bro.
Even without pre-check.
It's insane how everyone's like, oh my God, it's a huge airport. You're going to need to get there. No, they're so optimized. I don't know what it is. Their security lines. The pre-check, I'm literally maybe one of 3 people ever in a pre-check line. And the regular security line, I don't know if it's the size of it. I don't know what it is. But they're very efficient at security.
I need to get fucking pre-checked, dude. Holy shit.
Dude, you should. It pays for itself, even if you fly once a year. It pays for itself.
Worth it.
You know? Like, wouldn't you... It works out to $15 a year. Tell me you wouldn't pay $15 to not stand in a line for 20 minutes.
Right.
You know?
Absolutely.
Right? So, get to the airport, whatever. I'm waiting around, because at this point it's like 1 p.m., because my flight was supposed to be at 2. So I'm like, all right, I'll get there an hour early for the normal flight, although now it's, 4:30 that the flight is taking off. So I'm just waiting around, and I'm like, okay, they're clearly not going to change the flight to the original time. Let me go find a gate agent and see if they can at least put me on a flight now, so I don't have to do this in Vegas. Like, so I don't have to put me on a flight from Vegas, so I don't have to do it in Vegas.
You got like your neck pillow under your arm. You've got your headphones around your neck. You're carrying your little bag, and you got your backpack on. And you're like, please help me.
Truly.
Showing up to every gate agent.
So I go to the gate that my flight's supposed to take off from in 3 hours. And they're like
3 hours.
They're like, well, since that flight got moved, we pushed another flight to this gate, so we can't help you until that flight is like completely boarded and gone.
Oh,
I'm like, how long will that take? Dude. They're like, it's gonna take like another hour and a half. So I was like, is there like a ticket desk, like a help desk? Like airlines have help desks. Can I go to that? They're like, no, you're gonna have to exit the airport, and go back to the place where you first come in and check your bag. And they give you your boarding pass.
God, no way.
I'm like, so I have to leave security, stand in that line, talk to someone there, and then go back through security. They're like, yes.
And they already told you that you have to go talk to the gate agent. Mm-hmm. But this is happening because of the fact that they pushed back that flight and put another one in that gate.
Yeah. Okay. So they did tell me, the person on the phone did tell me, go to Vegas and talk to the gate agent there. Right. But I'm like, if I'm going to be here for 3 hours, I might as well talk to someone here, see if they can at least do something, pull some strings.
Yep.
So I'm like, fuck it. Exit security. Stand in the line that people are in with their bags to check because they just got to the airport. And finally get there. And I'm like, hey, here's the situation. They told me to fly to Vegas, talk to someone there. I'm hoping I can just get it all done here and you can just confirm my ticket on the next flight out of Vegas. And they're like, all right, type something into their computer. Look really puzzled. And I'm like, hello? Turn their screen around. There's no flights with available seats from Vegas to Chicago for the next 2 days. I'm like, so if I had not been proactive and talked to someone here, and if I had done what the person on the phone who works for this exact same airline told me to do, I'd be stranded in Vegas for 48 hours. And this lady was like, well, they might have just sent you back to Los Angeles. I'm like, okay.
That's worse,
That's honestly. Even worse. It truly is. So I'm like, okay, what can be done? I was like, there's no other flights, like a red eye? It's like Los Angeles to Chicago. I'm like, there's really no other flights today or early tomorrow morning. And she's like, let me look. She's like, oh, there's one tonight. I was like, okay, great. Put me on that. She's like, oh, never mind. It's full. I was like, okay. She says, it looks like the next available flight is tomorrow at noon. And it gets you in it at 7 p.m. I'm like...
She got your fucking hopes up and then immediately dashed them.
Yeah. I'm like,
fuck this kid.
Okay, so... I'm like, I'm already missing like a good chunk of today that I was supposed to be home. And now I'm going to have to wait and miss basically all of tomorrow because I'm going to land in Chicago at 7. And then it's 2 hours home, but we lose an hour. So I'm going to get home at like 10:30 or 11. I was like, so I missed 2 days of my 5-day home break. I'm like, I can't do that. That's not gonna fly. And she's like, yeah. She's
literally,
like, you're not gonna fly.
It did not fly. Yeah. So I mean,
I'm
gonna put this down here.
Good call.
Get that out of my eyes.
So I'm like, okay. I'm like, is there really nothing else you can do? She's like, that is all I can do. I was like, fucking put me on that one, I guess. So then I call my mom. I'm like, hey, I'm really sorry. I'm not gonna get in at 5 p.m. tonight. I'm going to get in at 7 p.m. tomorrow. And I'm like, now I'm at the airport. I'm going to take a $50 Uber back and then do the same fucking thing tomorrow morning. And she's like, what if... She's like, my mom does the job of the airline attendant. She's like, hold on a sec. Let me put you on a brief hold. My mom's like...
This is your mother?
This is my mother.
Oh my God, dude.
She's like, let me put you on a hold. I hear her typing. And she's like, looks like there's a flight that goes into Detroit that leaves tonight. And Detroit is about equidistant from my parents' house. We love DTW,
baby.
DTW. And she's like, it's about the same distance from our house to Detroit as it is to Chicago, you know, give or take 20 minutes. And she's like, it leaves tonight and it gets you in at 5 a.m. And I'm like, you don't mind picking me up from Detroit at 5 a.m? She's like, it gives you like an extra 24 hours here, basically. So she's like, yeah, that's fine. I was like, holy shit. Okay, you're the
what
goat.
A fucking saint, dude.
So I get back in the line, which now has more people in it. And it takes me 30 minutes. And I finally get to the ticket agent. I was like, there's a flight into Detroit. And she's like, yeah, but there's no flights from Detroit to Chicago. I was like, I don't need to go to... I was like...
That's not the final destination.
Right. I was like, Chicago's not the final destination anyways. I was like, it's in Indiana. I'm getting a ride from... You know, I would have been getting a ride from Chicago, and now it's just the same distance to Detroit. And she's like, but you have to go to Chicago. And I was like, no. I was like, is that a rule? Are you saying like
everybody that flies out of LAX has to at least set foot in Chicago O'Hare and then go to the rest of their destination.
Exactly. So I'm like,
got it.
I'm like, I don't...
That is a new rule.
Yeah, it's a new rule. The fucking travel...
She hands you the pamphlet.
Yeah. Sorry, it's my hands are tied.
Listen, man, I don't make the rules. I just enforce them.
I'm really sorry, you know. So I'm like, okay. I was like, can you book me on the flight to Detroit? Like, can you check if there's seats? She's like, there are seats, but she's like, we can't claim responsibility once you land in Detroit. I'm like, I'm not asking you to. I don't need to get to Chicago. Okay? Fucking forget Chicago.
You get to Detroit and then you're like, they said I could go to Chicago. Like, that's what she thinks is going to happen.
Right.
That's so
This
funny.
isn't Chicago. Like, I'm going to forget because I sleep on the airplane and I wake up 3 hours later.
You're just in another city.
Yeah.
You're like, what?
Where's the bean?
They told me there was a bean here.
Bruce Willis? Where is he? I don't get it. So I'm like, all right, forget Chicago. Act as if I want to go from LA to Detroit and just cancel that first ticket. Can you do that? She's like,
just a whole different place.
Yeah.
Just a whole other city.
Just a different
state, different part of the country.
Yeah. And I was like, and then I get it. I will be responsible for my own travel to my final destination. And she's like,
She's like super skeptical.
Yeah.
She's like, why does this kid want to go somewhere else now?
She wants to go.
What is this?
It's like, I'm not like asking you to go to Miami. It's like it's like a state away, right? Like, come on.
You're trying to find a flight to Singapore. And they're just like, well, we can get you to Chicago.
Right.
Like, that's the other direction. I need you to understand that.
Exactly. I'm like, I'm not trying to schmaz the system. Like, I'm still going to the same... Like, this is what airlines are supposed to do, right? Like, oh, well, and if it was a more reputable airline, they'd be like, oh, we can get you to Detroit and then pay for your rental car to get you to Chicago, right? Like, something.
Wait, what was the airline? Did you say?
If you could take any guess what the airline was.
Well, it's not fucking Avelo, that's for sure.
Not Avelo.
If you're trying to fly hub to hub, I would either say American or Spirit. Let's go,
I'm not balling out like that, bro. Normally, I would take American. Because normally it's very affordable to go to LA to Chicago.
Because it's a fucking hub.
I spent $400 on a Spirit flight from LA to Chicago. $400. And I bought it with like 5 weeks in advance. Like, it wasn't like oh shit, I need this now. I planned it out. That was the cheapest option.
You spent $400 on an airline that is like the absolute budget. Their planes are held together with like duct tape.
And they're like, for one of their planes, basically.
You for sure like got them a new engine. That's what you did.
100%. They're like, saw the fucking money signs. You can get a one-way on Spirit for like $30.
Yeah,
like, dude. That is like how low their prices go.
It's Ryanair of the U.S.
Yes,
which is a very specific reference, but fine.
For those EU travelers, for anyone who's been out of the country,
except for the Brits.
Yeah,
you don't get Ryanair anymore. Except
I think it's
like based in the UK though. That's the thing.
That was Irish.
Is it? That's Aer Lingus.
Oh, that's Aer Lingus. Yeah. You're right.
Lufthansa is German.
Like German. Okay.
Lufthansa.
KLM. So, sorry.
The chicken. Yeah.
So she's like, all right, let me make a call. Calls her manager. She's like sitting in front of her.
She puts you on hold and you're standing in front of her.
Yeah, dude.
You're like, what?
In real life hold. I guess it's just in their nature.
She just like Gaussian blurs for a second. And you're just like, what?
Holy shit.
Has
like one of those bathroom doors that's like clear and then you slide it and it's
yeah. Does like the thing where it like electrifies it. So it's like, and you're like,
so, holy shit.
She's frozen for a little bit.
Dude, I wonder if like customer service agents put people on hold like in real life, you know?
They're like, just go stand over there for a second.
Yeah.
It's just like a taped off square in a corner that just says hold.
Yeah.
Like you just go stand there with like 30 other people that were just screaming at somebody about like a layaway at Walmart. Like that's just what happens.
Or just like, instead of saying, oh, just give me a minute, their default is to say like, oh, let me put you on a hold.
Please hold.
What can I get you? What are you looking for? Restaurant. There's like a waiter comes up to you. You guys want anything? I'll put you on a brief hold. Sidebar. You play the fucking hold music at the table. The waiter's like, sitting there.
Fucking like a limo divider comes up like just out of the floor and he's like, whoa, wait, what? No, what's happening? He's just stuck in a box with fucking Muzak playing. Which I learned is the official word
M-U-Z-A-K?
Of that. Yeah, Muzak.
Muzak.
I don't even know if I'm saying that right, but
I think that's how I've always
How else would you say that? Muzak?
Muzak.
There's no
Mosaic?
E.
I don't know. It's probably Muzak.
I like Muzak. We're going with Muzak.
Yeah. It's like elevator-esque music.
Yeah.
So anyways, she's like, yeah. No, now he wants to go somewhere different. Yeah, Detroit. It was originally ORD.
They're like, why would he want to go to Detroit?
Yeah.
You like hear that through like the headphone. You're like, listen, man.
So they're like, okay. Yeah, and he's accepting all responsibility. Yeah. Okay.
He signed the waiver.
Thank you. Yep. Thanks so much. Okay, so we can do that for you.
She had to check with her manager if she could just like click book flight.
I'm like, what do you do? Like,
interesting. Okay. What do you do? Apparently call her manager.
I guess so. So she puts me on that flight. This flight takes off at 10 p.m. So, I mean, and I've been at the airport since 1, and it's now like, 2:30 because I've been standing in this line for 30 minutes each time. So I'm like, okay, I guess I'm just going to be at this airport for the next 7.5 hours. Like, it's not worth it to go home and come back. Like, it's really not. It's going to take an hour right now. It's going to take an hour to come back. It's just like...
Dude, and to think, that's like such a hassle. You know, you hate that. Mm-hmm. That you are about to have like 7 hours of just misery, right? Yeah. Back like in the 50s, it was cool to hang out at airports, dude. That big thing in the center of LAX, that was a Michelin star restaurant. Really? That was like a top tier... prestige restaurant, and now it's empty. There's nothing in that. There's been nothing there for like 50 years. That's people used to just chill there, and now you're like, I have to be here for an hour. Newsstand that sells like there's you'd literally just see like a guy like holding up newspapers to like the people driving around the fucking like extra the like World Way or whatever the fuck that road's called.
One World Way. God. So I'm like, all right, let me hunker down for a little bit. She's like, all right, you're booked, you're confirmed. She's like, just to confirm though, you do want to still come back to Chicago? I'm like, yes. And she's like, okay. I'm like confused. I'm like, I'm not going to either of these places.
Dude, she's just not good at geography. Yeah, like most people, she's just like, so. I don't know where these places are.
It's like, that's so far away. I don't even know.
She thinks like Detroit's next to like New York. Yeah, exactly. It's like a 9-hour difference. Yeah. Oh my God.
I'm like, okay, whatever. So I'm like, all right, thanks so much. Go back through security. Again. And now I'm just chilling, whatever. I found a video game lounge, which is incredible.
So dope.
It was so sick. I have this, my credit card gives me priority pass. And so like you can just like go on the app, and at any airport you're at, it'll tell you all the lounges that accept priority pass, and you just get in for free. So one of them was a video game lounge.
Dope.
Got an hour and a half of free games on, either PC or Xbox or PlayStation, plus a free entree, plus a free drink. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah,
that's
so I
worth
sat
it.
there.
That's just with a credit card?
Yeah, that's with a credit card, and you get this thing called Priority Pass, which I'll pull it up. It's pretty cool. Priority Pass.
It's like a fucking like.
Yeah, it's just like a card that you scan. Membership
that's
card.
Dope.
And you can any airport you're at, you can just click on the lounges. It'll tell you everything that accepts Priority Pass. So at LAX they had that one, and then they had this spa. Which
talking about not wanting to ball out at an airport, has a fucking gets into the lounges. Come on.
It's for my credit card. So with this, I went to that one. I hung out, whatever. And then my hour and a half was up, and then I didn't want to stay because if you stay past it, you have to pay. So I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna go to this next one. It's called the Be Relax Spa.
Okay.
And with they
just don't relax you. Yeah. Like all they play is like heavy metal and like give you acupuncture and just like hope for the best.
They're going a little too far with the acupuncture.
They're really just like getting through that dermis.
Yes. So this one, you can get a 30-minute massage and then a 15-minute massage plus aromatherapy and then a 10-minute head massage plus aromatherapy, and then a 10-minute foot massage, all for free with this priority pass. So I'm like, fuck yeah.
Do you do all 3 of them?
I did all of it, yeah.
Can I just like wrap the massages into just like an hour and a half massage?
They said I had to leave and rescan my priority pass.
You walk out the doors, you turn around, scan it again, you walk back in. They're like, hello, sir.
Hello.
They go through their whole fucking like script of what they're supposed to do again 3 times. They're like,
these are the options.
Why are you still here?
Yeah, so I could do any of those in any order. I couldn't do the same one twice. That was the rule. So I did that, which ate up like another hour and a half. So, 3 hours in, and now it's 6, and now I have another 4 hours to wait. Oh my god,
dude.
Tried to take a nap, but then I'm like, no, I should take a nap on the plane. I should do that. So then I didn't take a nap. Plus, all the seats at LAX are really uncomfortable.
They are.
It's not like
they're fucking
Midway
terrible.
or O'Hare, or like any other big airport where they have like actual places to like sit and like relax and stuff that aren't like priority lounges. These places, LAX is just like those fucking like director seats. It's horrible.
It's very bad.
It's not good.
We were watching a show this week, and these people were like waiting in a hospital, like to like talk to somebody, and the fucking chairs were the same ones.
Oh god.
In all of the waiting areas in LAX, and I was like,
worse.
No.
I know your pain right now. So whatever. Then I guess I waited for 4 hours. I don't know what I did. Time was all
blacked out.
I blacked the fuck out, dude. The most liminal space ever, and I'm like
astral projected and just like watched yourself exist for 4 hours.
Suddenly, I'm like flying through the air. I'm like, what's happening? Land in Detroit, 5 a.m. My mom gets me at 6. We drive 3 hours back. I was like, Mom, thank you for getting me. I will drive back. Like, don't worry, I slept on the plane. She's like, okay, yeah, let's get breakfast first. So we go to Cracker Barrel.
Fuck yeah, you do. You're goddamn right. You go to Cracker Barrel,
was
baby.
Open that early.
Yes.
And so we get to Cracker Barrel at like 6:27. It opens at 6:30. There's a line.
It's all old people.
Yes, dude.
Yep.
It was all old people.
All of the fucking rocking chairs out front are filled with old people as well.
They were, yeah, dude.
Of course.
There was like 5 people.
If you tell me Cracker Barrel, I know exactly what it fucking looks like, dude. The clientele, what they're wearing, the fucking waiters, how many stars they got on their fucking apron, dude.
Yep.
I'm a Cracker Barrel connoisseur.
He is a Cracker Barrel
literally
connoisseur.
haven't been to a Cracker Barrel in like a decade.
Dude, I hadn't either. But it was exactly what I would have expected, or what I remembered it, or whatever amalgamation of those two things. It was incredible. So I get there, whatever, we eat. Had just like the biggest fucking portions ever. Biscuits and gravy type shit. Like really just not... Doesn't sound appealing. I don't think I've ever had biscuits and gravy, quite honestly. Really? It's a very Midwest food. And, you know, like I didn't really eat it.
They give you a big plate of white, and you're just like, all right,
exactly.
Let me just slurp this down, I guess.
But I got some of those. It was pretty good, actually. It was very good. And then I'm like, all right, I was like, Mom, let me just sleep for like 5 minutes. We'll go to the airport, we'll go to the gas station, and when we start filling up, we'll switch. She's like, okay. I slept the whole fucking week.
Yeah, I was like, your mom's just like, no, he's sleeping.
I'm like, oh my god.
She did the mom thing.
Yes, she did the mom thing. She left the house at 3 a.m. and we got back at 10:30.
What an absolute legend.
She's an absolute legend.
That's absurd, dude.
I know.
That's like that is the shit though that like my dad will do.
Yeah.
Like every time I fly into Chicago, he's just like, oh, I'll schedule a work meeting so I have like a reason to be over there.
Yeah.
And then he'll pick me up regardless of the time.
That's so nice.
It's so crazy.
That's really nice.
Parents, man. Who would have thought?
Who'd have thought? You know, sometimes they can be ride or dies. You know,
both literally and metaphorically.
Yeah, exactly.
In this way,
exactly. But yeah, that was my travel day. Getting home, being home was great. Coming back was great. It was a direct flight, and
no woes with that.
No woes. Wow. 20-minute delay, but that's it.
Oh well, yeah, that's pretty normal.
It's pretty standard.
Yeah.
You know,
it's like them fucking taxiing.
Yeah,
trying to like avoid all of the fucking light poles.
Yep, exactly.
There was a post on Reddit this morning that was like somebody at ORD this morning had like an oopsie, and like they fucking clipped a like a light pole in basically like in the gate as you come in. Yeah. So it's like wing light pole, and it's just it's like probably like a foot and a half into the wing. Ooh. And I was like, yikes.
That is not that's good.
Expensive.
That's expensive. That's gonna take a lot of time. That's gonna a lot of people are gonna be pissed about that.
He let the co-pilot fucking taxi it in. He was like, you know what you're doing. He's like, yeah, I'll be great.
And that's what fucking happens when you're not a licensed pilot. Well, you are.
He just walked on. They were just like, hey, you want to be a pilot today? He's like, sure.
All right, everyone, check under your seat. Passenger 23A, come up here and...
It's a fucking lottery. Yeah. Like every plane, one person gets designated as the co-pilot.
Yeah.
And they're just like, well, guess you're here today, buddy. And you're just like, yes, it's going to be
Sounds
great.
good.
The pilot like goes into cardiac arrest and you have to land the plane.
Oh God.
I've done this in Microsoft Flight Simulator back in 1994, but I've never done it here.
It didn't work then either. I think Spirit tries to make their flights more fun because they did shit like that on the flight. It's like, first of all, they didn't turn off the lights, dude.
They've got a t-shirt cannon. They're just like, Ooh. It's literally just a yellow t-shirt that says Spirit. It's like the Sprint logo, but like that. God. They're like going through like fucking like the lights are changing colors. Fucking like just any arena anthem is going on, and they're just like shooting t-shirt cannons at people.
All right, everyone. Put your hands up if you want a t-shirt. Press your flight attendant call button.
36E, get up there.
Holy shit, that would be fucking hilarious.
That's part of like the security thing at the front when they're like explaining how like your seatbelts work, and they're like at random points throughout the at random intervals throughout the flight, you will notice that the lights will change colors, and we will be brandishing our Spirit Airlines Spirit Cannon.
And they like not wish to participate, press your flight attendant call button and duck.
They like specifically aim for that person.
Yeah. This fucker doesn't want. Have fun, bitch! It's a $30 ticket.
That t-shirt costs more than your fucking seat did.
Exactly.
I hope you enjoy it.
Oh my God.
Use it as a cushion because these seats don't have anything on them.
I'm like, wait, you guys paid $30 for this? I'm over here. Oh my God.
They told me this was a $400 flight, and they're like, you got bamboozled, my guy. And then you just take a t-shirt to the head.
So they didn't turn off the lights on the fucking red eye flight.
Wow, that's disgusting.
I'm like, this is horrible, man. So I'm like trying to sleep. I already can't. The cardboard seats don't recline. They're like smaller than 90 degrees. Your back is
you're leaned forward, like you're held into the seat via a harness.
You're like a 0G ride. It's like horrible. So I'm like, all right, whatever. And then they turn on I guess they turned off some of the lights, but it wasn't like a normal flight where like only the little lights on the side are on. Like they had like some big fucking lights on. So then like an hour before we're supposed to land, maybe like 30 minutes before we're supposed to land, they turn on the lights and they're like, all right, everyone, good morning. And they're like, the flight attendant's trying to be all chipper. Like
it's fucking like midnight 01.
Yes, it's dark outside. I'm like,
we can't see the sun.
Yeah. It's like, good morning, everyone. We're beginning our descent. We're going to come around and pick things up, whatever. And then they're like, all right, also, we have a deal on our credit card. Like, anyone who signs up now gets extra 40,000 miles or whatever. Bullshit. And they're like, but to make things more interesting, we have one lucky person on this flight. If you flip your tray table down and there's a red ticket, you will get you will waive the annual fee or something like that for the first year. I'm like, there's a fucking annual fee on a Spirit credit card.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Who flies with you enough to do that?
Right, exactly. So they're like, if this is you, we'll waive the $100 fee for the first year. And they're like, all right, seat 9B or whatever. 9B. And someone was in 9B.
T-shirt,
but they're fucking asleep because it's 4 a.m. or 1 a.m. LA time. So I'm like, all right, they're like, all right, guess you're not going to claim it. So we're just going to call the first person to press their flight attendant call button gets the free thing.
Some dude just punches, just breaks the fucking panel.
No one hit the button, dude. All right, everyone. First person hits the button.
Nobody wants the credit card. Move on.
Yeah, so they're like, anyone who presses it gets the fee waived.
Please
press the button.
Please.
No one pressed it. They're like, oh, you guys are missing it. They're like trying to like recover because they're feeling really awkward right now.
Yeah, and they're like, damn, I really needed that commission.
Yeah, they're like, fuck, I get that $100 actually. So
that fee waive just goes to me. It goes
in my bank account.
Damn.
So no one. It was just really, really uncomfortable.
Yeah, I can imagine.
It was 4 a.m. and everyone was tired and just like blurry-eyed, and it was just. Who tries to make flights interactive?
Dude,
Spirit
I don't know.
And Frontier. That's it. Those are the only two.
I've never flown with Frontier.
It's basically
Thankfully
Spirit.
so.
It's like a notch above Spirit, but it's the same shit. Like you got to pay for everything. Like pay for a carry-on, pay for a seat that reclines,
Their t-shirts are 100% cotton.
Their t-shirts are softer though. That's what it is. When they hit you in the face,
that's what the price is for.
Yeah.
They're like, hey man, we're hitting you in the face with some like cotton. All right. There's no polyester in this motherfucker at all.
None.
All right.
Exactly. At least the Velo flights recline. You know, that's the one thing nice I can say about them. They fucking recline.
Dude, have you seen? God, I've never been able to figure out if this was like a real thing or not. But like the thing where they were like new space saving flight like seats,
where they're like it's like an amusement park.
Yeah,
ride.
and you like you basically like stand.
Yeah,
and you're just like attached to it. I'm like,
is that real?
Whomst would want this?
If I can, I mean, like, how much cheaper can you get at like a good price? $30. I'm not gonna pay less than $30. To like at that point, there's no benefit for me. Right. $30 is already so cheap.
They're just gonna take that $30 flight, make it a $150 flight, and then make those shitty ones the $30 ones.
Exactly.
That's how you do
That's
it.
what they're gonna do.
It's a sliding scale, baby.
They're gonna just price everyone out, which is fucking bullshit.
So gross, dude.
Whatever.
Give us trains, goddammit.
All I want is
a train, like a good train.
Yeah. Dude, everywhere in the East Coast, you could just build a train line there. Yeah. You know, those cities are all so close. You don't need flights from Boston to JFK. You don't need that.
Yeah.
You could get there in an hour and a half.
Yeah, cool. Like you saved 30 minutes by flying, but then you also like...
You waste 30 minutes sitting in the airport.
Exactly. Like the same amount of time was just hopping on the train, sitting down, and then it was the hour and a half.
Yeah.
Scenic fucking serene landscapes.
Right. You can walk around. You can kind of spread out.
Yeah. You're not stuck next to some dude who keeps like tilting his head onto your shoulder, and you have to keep like awkwardly being like, fucking sir, please stop.
You don't feel like you have to share your armrest with anyone, dude.
You don't have to avoid eye contact with the ladies when they come by with the cart.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I do all the time. I like hate interaction so much.
You don't want the snacks?
No, dude. I don't want anybody to talk to me when I'm on a plane.
You don't get the drinks on the plane either?
I get like water. Okay. When they come by and like they have drinks and stuff, I'm like, I would like some water, please. Yeah. That's all I want. But I'm every time I'm just like, please don't look at me. Please don't talk to me. I don't want to. I'm already mad that I have to sit here for 4.5 hours.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to have to like decide on something else.
Like excitement, like, oh, can I get please? Thank you. Like, fuck you.
Can I get some ginger ale with ice?
Yeah, I know. I do love treating myself to a little gingy ale though on a plane. You know,
so good.
Soothes the tummy. Dude, feels nice.
Have you ever had Werner's?
Is that a ginger ale?
I hesitate to call it a ginger ale.
Okay,
but it is a ginger soda. Oh. I've only ever found it in the Midwest.
All right.
It's like what my dad used to drink when he was a kid. So like he always got it like when like we would go to the grocery store because he was just like, I want to raise my kids right and on sugar. And I was like, all right, cool.
Sounds good to me.
So I love it. And every time like Megan and I go to grocery stores, we like look for it. And I'm like, it's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
Listen, as much as I want it to happen, it's not.
It's not.
This is the life we live.
Yeah.
And I've accepted it.
Yeah. You're gonna have to get that shit imported.
So good, nice and like very sweet.
Werner's with a V.
Yeah.
Werner.
It looks like a green barrel, like the logo design.
I've seen. I know exactly what you're talking about. I have never had it, but I can picture it. Yeah. Damn.
Delicious.
Sometimes I just like. I'm not really a soda guy, but sometimes I crave like a Dr. Pepper. Something like really fizzy and like sharp.
Yeah,
you know?
dude. Yes.
Yeah.
I want those fucking like 7 ingredients or whatever that is.
Yeah.
They're 47.
I think it's more than. I think it's like.
Hey Siri, how many ingredients are in Dr. Pepper?
Nice. Good save.
Thanks.
Here's an answer.
Oh, 7.
Oh my god, I was right.
Nice.
Holy shit.
I was thinking it was more like Heinz.
Yeah, I thought is the 47 from Heinz?
57.
57
is from Heinz. Yeah. God. But I thought it would be way more than 7.
Dude, there is something about like a nice fucking like corn syrup, like you know,
crisp,
that
very cold.
Yeah, you know that everything in this glass that you're about to drink is not like it's not like a natural thing.
Absolutely,
like it's gone through like 7 different processes in a lab.
But you're 7 flavors.
Exactly, those are the 7. The 7 flavors were just the labs that each thing was built in.
Yeah,
but dude, that's sometimes it just hits, man.
Dude, it really does, especially like. I don't know, like from a movie theater dispenser, like something that it's just like it hurts a little because it's so cold, you know.
And you like you fucking hear like the hydraulic going off to like shoot all of the shit together.
Yeah,
dude. There's something about those like Coke machines that have like all the different flavors in it that just like every time I go to, I'm like, yeah.
Remember when those were like just coming around, like 2013 or whatever? It was like so fucking crazy. You're like, I can get whatever I want, any flavor.
Yeah. And this is it's just funneling back to some vault. There's a dude in there that has to keep filling everything up. He's not allowed to leave.
Yeah. That's his whole job.
Yeah, he lives there. There's like a little cot on the floor that he like sleeps in, but that's it. He's like an indentured servant. He's there for like a specified amount of time.
And then he can leave. Yeah, you can either do community service hours or you can live in a Coke Freestyle machine.
It's working on an oil rig, but like not.
But you're just in an AMC.
Yeah, like there's still like thousands of people around you at all time, but you're just separated by like 4 inches of a wall.
Yeah, and it's like really muffled. It's like really good, so no one can hear your screams.
You're just yelling the whole time. Someone
hates midnight premieres.
Yeah, someone hits the button and like as it comes through, like that's when like they hear him. There's like
what the fuck was that?
Yeah, everyone's like, there's a legend.
The man in the Coke Freestyle machine. No, there's not. No, I fucking heard it. My friend works here, and he told me there is. He's worked here since the 80s. Your friend has worked in a movie theater for 40 years.
Bro, they brought in an exorcist in 1987 to like check it out, and they're like,
what?
AMC existed in 1987, and they're like, yeah, it's been 100 years. It's been around for 100 years.
100 years. What the fuck was AMC in 1922, bro?
It's just fucking like just some dude at like a piano playing a jaunty tune while they showed you just like clips of like trains and shit. Like that's it. That's all it was.
Really sped up because they had to like crank this fucking thing.
There was no standard, so everything you saw was just weird.
We're like, what is this? This movie's going faster than the one we saw last week.
That's not the way a train moves. What are you talking
about? Wow. That I would love to see an AMC in the 20s, bro.
Take Nicole Kidman back to like 1927 and let her do an ad for AMC.
We come to this theater to forget about the Great Depression, to cry.
We come to this theater to forget about the potato famine.
Hey,
we're gonna feed you popcorn because we have corn, not potatoes.
Corn, not potatoes.
For some reason, Nicole Kidman sounds like that. The moment she like gets dropped back in there, just like this like weird mid-Atlantic like 1920s accent. Forget her like Australian accent. She's a different person
She's
now.
Just completely. Oh my god.
She's of the time.
Our heroes feel like the best parts of us.
Dude, every time that comes on too, I'm just like, yeah. Like,
I fucking anytime.
Like, tell us, Nicole.
It's gotten so meta at this point that like people that go to the theaters often, whenever they see the puddle shot,
yep.
they fucking clap, dude. Or everyone says that they are at the end. Like, let's fucking go.
Yep. It's so great. Like having that's the one time where I'm just like, movie theaters are all right. I like this. Yeah. I like this a lot. Dude, the one by us now is like all of the projectors are lasers nice and stuff. Yeah. So like it's like crisp and clear. You can see every pore on Miss Kidman's face.
Let's go.
And you're just like, damn, she ain't got no pores. But then,
like, holy shit.
You're sitting there in like this huge fucking theater because the screen is gigantic.
Yeah.
And you're sitting there watching it, and then you just have like one person behind you just.
They are. Like one fucking guy.
Exactly. And then you're like, I know what he's clapping for.
We make movies better.
I'm not going to do it because I don't suck, but you know what? I agree with him. I agree with that man.
That's dope. I would never have the balls to shout that in the middle of the theater because even though it's dark and no one's going to see my face, they're going to know where it's coming from.
Dude, I never want to speak in a movie theater. And the moment I see someone's cell phone, I'm just like,
if I stare at you hard enough in the back of your head,
I'm gonna become Cyclops, dude. I'm gonna blow your head off with my fucking eyeballs. Oh god, it's the worst.
I just full ass bright and like not even trying to be like
right. And they're like,
just like, what's going on here?
Just sending texts, like scrolling Twitter. You're like, bro, you're watching a movie.
Yeah. What are you doing? You paid for this presumably, or you pay monthly for this. Yeah. What the fuck are you doing?
Yeah. Come on, buddy.
Yeah, bro. If I have to answer a text, I'll literally like lowest brightness will be like.
Oh, dude. If my phone vibrates in my pocket, I start profusely sweating. Yeah. I get so stressed.
I know.
I'm like, did somebody hear that? Did I just ruin somebody's movie experience by my phone in my back pocket vibrating against my ass?
Yeah. Yep. You do have a dumpy. You do have a jumbo dumpy. Thanks, so man. Like, you know.
Listen, they don't make them like they used to. Is what
they
is all I gotta say.
That's what I'm saying. Corn-fed Midwest ass.
Yeah, and then I sit in one of those like giant leather seats with like the heated support, and then as I stand up, I like have to unstick myself. Just too much mass. You know. God, it's the worst. But I'll tell you what, added heating seats to a movie theater.
That sounds incredible. Oh my god, it's always just a little too cold in there. Yeah, you know.
And like my back sucks, so I'm like,
your back sucks or your back sweats.
Sucks. Like it just hurts all the time.
I feel that.
Yeah.
Lower or upper?
Lower.
Yeah, I think that's pretty.
I've got like one of those fucking like Herman Miller Aeron chairs. So like when I'm sitting at work, I'm like
just as straight as possible.
Yeah, just trying to make my back not inflamed for a period of time. And then the moment I like shift to like relax or just, just change it up a little bit, my whole lower back just is like, hey!
Crumples in on itself.
Stop it! Fuck! And like just hitting me. I just feel like my fucking discs just kind of like squishing a little bit. It's not fun.
Oh, God. I think it's once you hit 27, it just kind of everything just
you hit your late 20s and that's just it, man.
That's it.
Your friends buy you canes, your lower back stops working.
It really just is a downhill spiral. You really start to get... Although you've got a nice hairline.
Dude, listen, if there's one thing that I am excited about is the fact that I think I'm going to be keeping my hair. Because my dad, there's like a photo... There's like a whole backstory to like my father meeting his father when he was like 30, like right after when I was born. Yeah, so there's like a photo in our living room, and to me, it's always been the funniest photo of anybody in my family because it doesn't make any goddamn sense and it's so funny to me. But it's like my dad on the day that he met his dad in my living room in the home that I was like grown up in,
right?
And it's like them like taking a knee, like a fucking hard style photo.
Stop.
It's them like taking a knee, holding me in between them, and his dad is wearing like he's got like fucking cowboy boots, like but like biker boots, not cowboy boots. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like jeans that are kind of like worn and stuff like that. You can see like the cigarette pack in like his front, like in his like front button up, like tucked into his jeans. Sunglasses on. Like full jet black beard, full head of jet black hair.
Really?
He's like 56 in that photo.
Oh, you've got good genes.
Yeah, and I'm just like, I'm like that. This is the reason I know that I will at least have hair.
That's so funny. Taking a knee, holding a fucking baby.
Every time I think about it, I'm just like, I always envision like a dude with like a beanie rolled up too much, and then like some other dude wearing like a metal shirt that like you can't read the band name, just like grabbing their hands, looking at each other. Just like that. Straight up like that.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, it's the funniest thing.
But with a baby. That's so
but
good.
with me.
Yeah.
Like 8-month-old me. And I'm just like in like my little fucking onesie, just like confused.
That's fucking hilarious.
It's the funniest photo to me. And it's like the like mid 90s in the Midwest. So like the whole room is like the carpet that the house was built with. Yep. Like this weird like wood armoire in the background, so the whole photo is just very kind of orange for some reason.
I feel that. Yeah.
It's the funniest thing to me. My dad looks like a little confused, but it's like
I want to see that photo.
Funny.
Please,
I'll have him send me a photo of it because it's just it's so funny to me, dude.
That's so funny. Oh my God, when I was home, speaking of like what houses look like when they were first built, I'm trying to remember the context. I don't think there was any context. I think that's why it was so fucking weird.
You're just like walking around and you like stop in the hallway and you like come back. You're like, something is out of place here, but I don't know.
My dad is at work. It was just me and my mom kind of chilling. I think it was like probably noon. So we're about to eat lunch and we get a knock on the door. And I'm like,
nobody knocks on your door in that neighborhood.
Yeah, this is not right. Like
people don't interact in fucking Knollwood.
Absolutely not. So we walk, I like go to the side of the door and I'm like, who the fuck? I was like, just like, it's like 1, 2, 3, like 5 people. It's like 5 fucking people. I'm like, what, are we about to get like Latter-day Sainted or something? Like, what
bro, they're about to abduct you.
Yeah, like
there's a van out in the front. Right. They're just like, it's time.
Hi, do you have a get out of the car?
They fucking tase you. Just drag your ass out in the front yard. Your mom has to fight off like 5 people.
Yeah, so it's like 2 like grandparent looking people and then like a mom and then like her son who is like 6 feet tall but looks like he's in high school.
It's like 4 generations.
Yeah, and then like his younger sister. So they're like, hi. I'm like,
we really like your house.
Yeah.
We're going to take it.
Is your mom here? And I was like, here she is. And my mom's like, hi.
They're like, you guys don't really look alike.
Yeah. They're like, they're like, this is going to sound really weird. And the kids look I'm surprised the kids got out of the fucking car, honestly. I would have been mortified if my parents did this when I was 16. They're like, we built this house. We used to live here. Like, we were the first people to live in this house as we built it. And you mind if we come in and take a look? And I was like, my mom was like, oh yeah, she puts on mom mode immediately. Oh my God, come in, whatever. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Just flips the switch.
Yeah.
You're like absolutely
like,
not.
You just want to come and
get away?
The hell? I just pooped. Like, it's wafting through the... I'm like, really?
My cat threw up like 3 minutes ago. I haven't gotten to it yet.
I'm like, okay. She's like, oh my God, come in. So like 5 fucking people come into this house. And they're like standing in the... Like, you could tell the older lady was so like...
The matriarch.
The matriarch was so ecstatic. She's like, oh my God, it's like... You guys redid this part. This is exactly how I remember it. We're just like standing in the kitchen right now. And she's like, oh my God, I remember it used to be this and this.
She punches her arm through the wall and like pulls out like a briefcase.
There it is. Like, goodbye.
And they just leave.
We built this house. Wow.
They say nothing else. They walk into a straight line and funnel out the door. And they all just climb into the back of the van as it takes off.
She's like, she's like happy. Oh, do you mind if we check out the downstairs area, the basement, the one corner of the basement? Sure, yeah.
Did you guys perhaps finish the basement?
No, we did finish the basement. I see. No worries. Can we check it out, maybe? Yeah. And then she just fucking like.
Do you have like a some like shears, like some like spackle removers?
Right. Do you have like a drill that I can like a boring?
Do you have a jackhammer perchance?
Yeah. Anything of that? No, it's fine. All right, kids, come here. Fucking kid just cracks his knuckles, punches through the wall.
It's that fucking video of Madison Cawthorn punching like the destroyed tree already, like looking real badass, but it's like him punching through concrete. Yeah. Oh my God, dude.
We've got it.
the igloo security.
So she's just like, oh my God, like this is so cool. And my mom's like telling her like all about the, what we did and whatever. So they were like they like built the house, and then someone moved into it when they sold it, and then they sold it to us. So like there's someone lived in between us, and my mom was like, I have to ask. When we moved in, there was like the fucking worst wallpaper ever, and all of those switch plates had like they were like themed, like gaudy ass shit, like really gross,
like where it's like super ornate. It's like brass and has like broguing and shit all around it.
But it wasn't even that. It was like plaster. It was like made out of. It was like like one was golf themed. So it was like a dude like hitting a golf ball off, and the tee was the light switch.
Hate that.
Like, and then the kitchen was like, or the bathroom was like all fish themed and shit. Like the switch plate was like huge.
There's water in this room. Yeah. Let's put some water themed things in here.
Exactly. And it was huge, and like there was fish on it. It was like horrible. Wallpaper all over the place. My mom was like, did you guys do the wallpaper in the themed rooms? And they were like, no.
Themed rooms.
And
what do you take us for? Some kind of
yeah, exactly. And I was like, okay, oh, thank God. Because the people who moved in here after you just had horrible taste. And so whatever, then my mom was like, well, do you want to look through the rest of the house? And I knew that they were like, they didn't want to ask that, because that would have been fucking weirder than inviting yourself in the first place.
All of the kids like go into like your and your sister's room and like lay down. They're like, yes. It's not the same. But you know what?
Move the bed to where it was when they were.
They completely rearrange it. They're just like, this is what I
better.
Remember. This is what feels good. I like this. You know what? We'll take it.
I'm like, what? We'll take it. We'll take it off your hands. What? Well, we built it, so we're not going to pay you. This is our house.
And then that's when they punch through the wall, pull the briefcase out, open it.
It's the deed.
It's fucking like gold bars with like a deed on top of it.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, does this tickle your fancy?
Would you like an exchange, perhaps? So my mom was like, would you like to see the rest of the house? Yes, please. I was like, holy shit. All right. They wanted to ask that shit.
You're just sitting in the living room just like.
Yeah, I'm like, okay. So they like walk around, and then they like, the kids didn't live in this house because they were too young, but the mom did, and then the grandparents built it, I guess. So the mom was like walking around like, oh my God, just like my childhood. And the kids are just kind of awkwardly standing around. Yeah. And I'm like, I gotta fucking talk to these fuckers.
And you're like 10 years older than them.
I'm like, what the hell do we talk? I was like,
I'm a grown adult.
I was like, Fortnite?
They're like, yo, you got fucking what is it? Orange Justice?
Yeah. Add me on Roblox. I mean,
Dude, did you see Ninja's latest stream?
Crazy, right? What's up with that hair?
He's got fucking blue hair, dude. It's crazy.
It's poggers. So I think the fact that you guys came in here is totally PogChamp. So, so we're just like standing there, and I'm like, so did you guys grow up in this house? And they're like, no, we grew up in Virginia. The little girl had a...
Oh, that's so cute.
Yeah. Grew up in Virginia.
She's like holding a little like teddy bear. Yeah. Like just hitting all like the little like girl stereotypes.
Slightly too old to still have her R's be W's, but it's okay.
But you're like, you know what? She's probably in like a speech therapy thing. She's working on it, you know?
And I was like, oh, cool. I was like, what are you guys doing here? Do you still live in Virginia? And the guy was the older kid was like, yeah, we're like on vacation or whatever. He was surprisingly like not shy for a 16-year-old boy.
Hell yeah.
You know, like he was like good at talking to like adults. Like I would not want, I still don't want to talk to adults. But when I was 16, bro, if an adult ever looked at me, I was like, no. I clammed the fuck up, you know?
Just like our eyes will never meet.
I certainly didn't go into random adults' houses. So like he was, he was fine.
From 3 states away.
Yeah, exactly. So he was, making conversation. He's like, yeah, whatever. Like, where do you live here? I was like, no, I don't live here. I'm just visiting. Where are you from? Oh, I live in LA. No way. That's so cool. Like,
that's
whatever.
So pog champ.
He's like, that is extremely pimp chimpin'. Wow, W.
Oh, total keck W. Like, ew. Stop it.
So then he's like, yeah, I play basketball, whatever. I'm varsity. So he just like told me all about his life. I'm like, cool, man. And this little girl.
It's just like, you're 16, man.
Yeah. I was like,
the shit that you're saying is like, I could watch it on like the CW.
Yeah,
and like it would be more entertaining.
Oh, you see W's? It looks like only you see his L's, bro. Are you varsity basketball?
Shut the fuck up.
So,
are you into Pretty Little Liars, man?
Yeah,
I hear it's back.
I hear it's back. So he was like, whatever, tell me all about that. And then finally his mom comes down and she's like, and then she asked me the same questions. She's like, so what room do you live in? And I'm like, that was a weird question. What room do you live in?
What exact corner of this building do you find yourself sitting in most of the time?
Exactly.
And what time of day do you think that you might be in your bed?
Do you sleep on the right or the left side? I just want to, no, whatever. So she talks to me, she gets, and then the grandma comes down and she starts talking to me. And then she's like, it's just so nice that you guys let us in, whatever. And then she's like, can I have a hug? I was like,
I feel like we're family,
Dude, I shit you not. She basically, without saying that, said that. Like everything but that. And she's like, oh my God, this is just so beautiful, whatever. She hugs my mom. She hugs me. I'm like, I don't know what's happening. And then they left and, they're like, here's our number if you ever want to call, whatever. Get back in their fucking minivan and drive away. And I'm like, that was just the most surreal shit that's ever happened.
And your mom's just like, huh.
Yeah. She was like, how lovely.
She rips up the number, walks back into the kitchen, throws it away. She's like, we'll never fucking talk to them
That
again.
was fucking horrible.
We gotta move.
Bro, if my dad had been home, he would have been like, so equal. He's not good at putting on the like.
You and him are just sitting in like the living room looking at each other like across from the room, just like.
Okay, let's just fake a conversation. If we look like we're talking, we don't have to look anywhere else.
You want to go do like woodworking in the backyard? Yeah, all right, cool.
Okay, let's just go do the weirdest shit ever. Want to go cut the grass? Sure, I don't care. Let's edge the lawn.
You both have lawnmowers. You're like passing each other in the backyard. Everyone's like, so what? So, do they normally?
Yeah, they're just practicing for the Midwest Olympics, synchronized mowing.
Yeah, so the triathlon is you get up, you mow a whole backyard. You drink half a case of Coors Light, and then you try to sink 3 cornholes in a row.
Yep.
And once you do that, you complete it. And if you do that in the shortest amount of time, you get the gold medal. And you know what? They are number 2 in the state right now.
So they're really trying to shave down that. It's within, it's them and the Johnsons, and there's 3/4 of a second. Can you believe that? 3/4 of a second.
It always comes down to the photo finish. We always have to check it. It's just so tight, and they are just so driven. They really got to get that.
Yeah, they're working on their lawnmower start. That's what it is. They could shave off just a little bit of time there, and I think they'd clench it.
Yeah. If they were allowed to use their electric lawnmowers like we do here at home, like it would. But it's the same thing as like metal bats in Major League Baseball.
Right.
Like they have to make some concessions in order to kind of keep everybody on like an even playing field.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. Nick's gotten really good at his pulls. His lats are just looking really like sharp.
That's all he does in the gym now, bro. Like has wings. He's scrawny everywhere else, but his back is like fucking like one of those lizards that goes like.
Let me tell you, his dad pops all of those can tabs at once, in one go. 15 entire things of Coors Light just gone.
Holy shit!
Your dad gets a funnel and just drinks it all.
Every one of his fingers is under a different pop tab.
That would actually be kind of fucking sick though. Like taped down. So that's kind of sick actually.
That would be tight as fuck.
Okay, listen. you like bolt them into a 2x4.
Yeah.
but that's at like varying heights, and you cut out like the rim of it so that as you pour it, they waterfall into each other into like your mouth, and you just have to drink 15 Coors Light cans.
We are optimizing this right now.
I love this. I love min-maxing the most useless
so
shit.
Fucking stupid.
How much do you have to rip it before you like pull the to like get the lawnmower started?
Yeah, exactly.
Without ripping the engine out
too far
because your lats are just so fucking winged up, man.
Bro, the Midwest Olympics, I'd pay to see that. I mean, it's basically like the Lumberjack Olympics.
Yeah,
you've seen those? It's basically the same shit.
Yeah, anytime that you watch like one of the off-brand, once you get past ESPN like 2,
dude, there's like 8 ESPNs.
There's literally 8 ESPNs.
Yeah.
There is the Ocho, and that's where Quidditch is most of the time. Well, they changed the name. Fuck that.
Broom ball.
But they every time like we're on there and we see like fucking what is it? It's like the Chasing League, which is just them playing tag.
Stop.
Straight up, dude.
Oh, is that the one where they're like...
Yeah, they have like the jungle gym shit.
And they're fucking fast.
Dude, it's actually genuinely
it's crazy.
Really interesting to watch. Because I'm like, damn, these guys are fast as hell. I would have like slammed my face into one of these. I would have broken an arm at this point. But dude, like these kids are just ripping it. There's that. There's like the fucking drone flying league.
That shit is tight.
You have the cornhole league. You have darts, bowling.
Yeah.
ESPN 3 and beyond. That's what you get,
dude. That's what they say when you hit all 3 triple 20s.
Who do you think you are? I am.
Who do you think you are? I am. Dude, I just can't imagine though, like telling people you're a professional tag player.
Yeah,
like,
right.
You know,
they're like, oh, like how much do you get paid? I don't. It's volunteer.
Yeah.
So you like fly from like Italy to like Mexico to compete in like tag championships?
Yes.
Oh, that's like your so like, do you guys have like jerseys?
Yes. I tag.
Huh. Okay. Interesting. And like what it so you just smack them.
Yes, I run, I tag.
Okay.
I spin. I jump sometimes.
Seems pretty straightforward.
Slide cancel.
Slide cancel. Bro, kids it's just upright right away.
That would be fucking insane.
To see that in real life would be horrifying.
Holy shit.
Oh my god, dude.
God.
Have you ever seen I cannot remember if it's A Drunk History or something like that, but it's like a fake like bowling documentary. It's like Bobby Moynihan, Michael C. Hall, the guy who plays Dexter, and Tim Robinson from I Think You Should Leave in SNL, and they're like pro bowlers, and they're based off of like real bowlers.
It's like a mockumentary, or
it's like 20 minutes. So I think it's like an episode of something. But dude, it's so funny. Like Tim Robinson is based off of the "Who Do You Think You Are, I Am" guy. So he like just says random shit, and he's like the bad boy of bowling.
Hilarious.
Dude, if I find the link, I'll send it to you because it's
that sounds so good.
So good. If anybody else finds it, throw in the comments below. Tell me which bowler you think you are. I think I'm Bobby Moynihan.
I can see that.
Who do you think you are? I am.
Who do you think you are? I am.
Because Bobby Moynihan did not go very far in it. I'm just like, yep, that's me.
Yeah, that's me. Bowling's just a fucking hard sport.
Dude, it is. A lot of angles.
A lot of angles, a lot of oil. I'll tell you what, I have never seen that much oil.
So much potential energy converted into kinetic energy. Just so many newtons just flinging down that. Absolutely torque. Zero mu value.
None. That shit is looking like... Oh, fuck. I can't...
Mu is weird because it's like an upside down
like
U with
like
a
goes
stem.
Like that, yeah.
Like it's like that. I don't know. Someone's going to Photoshop that.
Greek gangs must have been fucking hilarious, bro.
They're trying to make the hand signs. They're just like, what are you doing? Is that a phi?
Yeah, like, is that a psi or a phi? No, it's a theta.
It is the omega.
It's like, the omega.
That's not even the fuck. You're not even close, man. Not even to the lowercase. What are you talking about?
Whole gang to make the signs.
They all like hold small portions of it. Like 30 dudes are like doing it, all like in togas for some reason.
Holy
At that
shit.
point, like they've already been stabbed multiple times. Like we've already moved on.
Oh my god, bro. That shit is funny as hell.
With that beautiful image.
That's fucking hilarious. Hey, wow. We did it. What are we doing, bro? I feel like I didn't even talk about half the shit that that's
what always happens.
That's what always happens. Wow. I love this new setup. I gotta be honest. We can just fucking bang it out.
Sometimes the riffs last too long. Sometimes they don't last long enough.
I feel that.
That's the way the riff.
That's the nature of the pod. That's the way the riffy riffles.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Ruffles?
Ruffles have ridges.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the way the ruffle ridges.
That's the way the ruffle ridges, man.
Yeah. I like that.
Ridged for our pleasure. Everyone enjoys a good Ruffles ridge.
Especially just the way it goes down your throat, like fully together. You just swallow one chip, feel all the ridges on the way down.
Slides nice and down the esophagus.
Especially as they pull you into the emergency room and give you the Heimlich.
Like, Ruffles have ridges.
It's a chip in your throat, so they just punch you in the throat to like break
breaks it up.
They're like, all right, swallow. It's like, it tastes like blood. Yeah, it'll be like that for a couple of days. Yeah, I broke your thyroid. I'm sorry.
That'd be a really funny Ruffles commercial. Like those like banned Skittles commercials or whatever, like which are not real, but
oh God, thank you.
Like, you know what they say? Ruffles have ridges, and it's just like some guy with the fucking logo.
So some dude from like fucking Mexican soccer just like flies in with it and just screams it at the top of their lungs.
Goal! Ruffles have ridges.
Everybody behind them is doing like a really elaborate soccer celebration while the dude's like trying
They're all
to breathe.
emoting in the background. Holy shit.
All right, everybody.
All right. Well, thank you for what an unhinged episode. Thank you guys for joining us this episode of the Lunchtime Serenade podcast. It was lovely. It was beautiful. It tasted delicious. We hope you all learned something. We hope you all had a goof, a gaff, a spoof, a laugh. And we will see you guys next time. Middle of the day, middle of the week. Peace.